watching Miami Temple Kids.
Good morning, guys, and happy Sabbath. How was your New Year's Eve? I know there's a lot of noise going on because I'm outdoors. I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's Eve. How many of you guys stayed up till midnight? I know it was a long time, but oh, it was worth it. It's a new year and new promises that God has made for us. In Jeremiah 29:11, he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper." That's for you guys too. 2021 is going to be an amazing year, and I can't wait to see you guys at church very soon. For right now, it's time for our lesson review with our Sabbath School teachers, all right? I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Hi, my name is Kira. Today's beginner's memory verse is Jesus is obedient, Luke 2:51.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to the Cradle Roll Sabbath School Review. Hi, Diego. Did you have a good Christmas? Yes. Did you get a lot of presents? Yes. Are you happy today? What's wrong, Diego? I have so much to do. Well, I have a story for you. It's about Jesus. And Jesus grew up from a baby and became a boy just like you. Yay! And Jesus was always obedient. So welcome, boys and girls. I'm glad you're here for the Sabbath School Review. The first thing I'd like you to get is your blankets. Do you have a blanket nearby? Because Jesus would wake up early in the morning, and the first thing he would do was pray. Do you pray in the morning? Yes. Well, Jesus would pray, and then his mom would say, "Jesus, don't forget to make your bed." So get your little blankets, and we're going to pretend we're folding our blankets just like Jesus. And we're going to move about with our blankets to the song, "Jesus Was Obedient." So get your blankets ready. He was obedient. He always made his bed. Can you fold your blanket? Great job, everyone. So Jesus grew up and he loved to obey his mom and dad, and he loved God. Now, Jesus loved to be with his dad too. And he would hear his dad calling him, Jesus, it's time to take care of your pet. Do you have a pet? I have a dog. Well, Jesus had a little lamb, and the little lamb was so cute like this one. And Jesus treated the little lamb with such great joy, and he would take care of the lamb. So let's move again and rejoice because Jesus was obedient. Let's hop. He was obedient. Let's go this way and this way. Jesus was obedient. He was an obedient boy. Are you obedient, Diego? Yes. So when you go home, you should clean your room like your mom said. Now, Jesus had lots of friends. Do you have friends? Can you tell me the name of your friend? Simon. Do you like to play ball? Well, Jesus would go outside and he would play with his friends, and he always had kind words. So get a ball, get a toy as we move again, reminding us that Jesus was obedient. That's found in Luke 2:51. Ready? Let's play, everyone. Jump. Woo! Catch the ball. He was obedient. He was kind to his friends. Yay! Good job playing today. So Jesus loved his friends, he loved his mom, his dad, and he loved God. And he was obedient. Are you obedient? Are you? Say yes! So I hope that you will make your bed, you will help with the dishes, you will put away your toys because Jesus was obedient. One more time as we jump again to the song, Jesus was obedient. Let's clap. Clap your hands. So for 2021, boys and girls, be obedient. Let's say our favorite Sabbath school poem. From the top of my head to the tips of my toes, I will be Jesus' child wherever I go. Bye, boys and girls. Happy New Year.
Hi, my name is Gianna. The memory verse is, even small children are known by their actions. Proverbs 20, verse 11.
Happy Sabbath, kindergartners. Now you have a new quarterly. Yeah, a new one. And we're starting to talk about Jesus as he was a child. Remember last week I was telling you how he was when he was a young child? Well, I'm going to tell you a little more about that. So this is going to be your second lesson, but it's for the first week of January. So hope you all had a happy new year and Merry Christmas. Okay, so we're talking about Jesus as he grew up and how helpful he was and what a obedient child he was. Now, Jesus not only helped his mom, he helped out his dad. Now, his dad was a carpenter. You know what a carpenter is? Yeah, somebody who works with wood. Now, what kind of things do you think Jesus' dad, who's Joseph, would have made in his carpenter shop? Yeah. And he would have used tools, maybe like a hammer. And he would have used a hammer to maybe pound the nails as he was making the chair or the table. And he would teach Jesus how to use these tools safely when he was young. But as he grew older, he would have let Jesus make things by himself, because he would have shown Jesus how to use the hammer. He would have shown him how to use the saw. And Jesus would be getting muscles by now, because that's hard work, making these things. So Joseph showed Jesus how to do carpenter work. And Jesus always listened to his father and always wanted to help. Now at the end of the day, Jesus would have helped maybe to put the tools away so they would know where they were for the next day. And then there would be wood pieces and sawdust all over the floor of the carpenter shop. So Jesus would get the broom and he would sweep the floor at the end of the day. He was a very helpful child. Now, what kind of things other than that could you do to help your dad? Because I know your dad's not a carpenter. Well, maybe your dad's a carpenter, but most of your dads are not carpenters. So what do you think you could do to help? Maybe you could help around the house? I have some ideas here. How could you help? Maybe you could help in the garden. You could help plant some food. And maybe if the food was ready, you could take it up out the ground and take it to the house so you could eat it. You could do that on Sunday. Maybe look at Monday. Maybe you could water the plants. You could do that on a Monday. On a Tuesday, maybe you could rake up the leaves while your dad or your mom or your big brother mows the lawn. And maybe you could rake up the grass after that too. You could do that. Or, let's see, maybe you could help in the house. Not only the carpenter shop would have needed sweeping, but maybe the house needs sweeping. If you don't have like a carpet. If you have a carpet, you have to vacuum. But you could do the sweeping. Maybe you could wash the car. If you like washing the car, you can come to my house and you can help me wash my car. Yeah, okay. On Friday, you can make sure all your toys are put away because Sabbath is coming. Now, what can you do on Sabbath? I have a couple ideas for you. I'm sure you have some ideas yourself. I mixed up some things you could do on Sabbath in here, but I want to see if you can figure it out. Now, do we fold our clothes on Sabbath? I mean, like you take them out the washing machine or the dryer or something and you fold them up? No, you could do that any other day, not Sabbath. You could do that on Sunday or Monday. What about watering the plants? Oh, I already told you that one. Yeah, are we going to do that on Sabbath? We have 6 days we can water the plants. We don't have to water them on Sabbath. Okay, let's see another one. They look like they're in church. Do you go to church on Sabbath? Yes, that's one thing we could do. See, I put a 7 on there. You could do that on Sabbath. Okay, let me hide the bottom just in case you're looking for the 7s. Okay. Now here is a young girl visiting an older man. Maybe he's sick, or maybe he just can't get to church. Maybe he's just tired. Could you do that on Sabbath? Yes, you could. You could visit people on Sabbath, people who are sick. I'm trying to hide the bottom so you don't see it. Okay. Can you put away your toys on Sabbath? No, we have other days to do that. You can do that on Friday or any other day, not on Sabbath. Sabbath is not for putting away toys. What about giving your dog a bath? On Sabbath? No. Let's save that for another day. Your dog can get a bath another day, but not on Sabbath. Okay, what about in the kitchen making, or let's see, be getting food ready? Yeah, because if you come from church, you're going to need your food. You can do that on Sabbath. Okay, what about visiting a friend? Could you visit a friend on Sabbath? You could. Okay, and then we're back to you're washing your clothes again. So there are a lot of things you can do on Sabbath, but other things that you do during the week. Remember, Sabbath is a very special day, and we do special things on Sabbath that keep our minds on God. Now, what did Gigi say our memory verse was again? It says, even a small child is known by his actions. So if you do things that are nice, people will know you as a nice kid. Even a small child is known by her actions. If you go around and you kick your dog or you throw things on the floor in an angry way, people will notice and say, that kid is very angry. Now this comes from your Bible. Even a small child is known by his actions. So whatever you do, people are watching you to see what kind of kid you are. And would you like to be a kid like Jesus? I know you would. So remember, even a small child is known by his actions. So do good actions this week. Do things that would make Jesus happy. Do things that would make your parents happy, because just what Jesus would do. So until next time, bye.
God does not show favoritism, but accepts from every nation the one who fears him and does what is right. Acts 10:34 and 35. Bye. Happy Sabbath.
Good morning, Primary Sabbath School. Happy Sabbath to all of you. I'm so glad you're joining us now for our lesson review. I want you to look over my shoulder. Do you see out the window there? They're building some really tall buildings here in the middle of Miami. Well, we're on this wheel. And by the way, if you're in Miami, you can ask your parents to come and bring you to this wheel, and you can see all kinds of things all over the city. Well, we're talking about another big construction today. A construction that was so big that they thought it would reach all the way to heaven. So listen closely to this week's story as we learn about people who wanted to build a tower all the way to heaven and what God had to say about it. Enjoy the story.
Have you ever met someone and could not understand the words they were speaking? That may be because they were speaking a different language. A long time ago, everyone spoke the same language. Then some people disobeyed God, and that changed everything. Long ago, after God created the earth, everyone spoke the same language. They used the same names for everything they had or did. No matter where they lived or where they moved, they could talk to one another and understand each other. As some people moved farther away, they found a beautiful plain called Shinar and decided to live there. The people of Shinar made bricks and baked them to make them hard. So they used bricks for building instead of stones, and tar to hold the bricks together. One day someone said, "Let's build for ourselves a city and a tower. Let's make the top of the tower reach high into the sky." Someone else may have said, "We will become famous. We will be able to live in our city forever, and we will not be scattered all over the earth." So the people began to gather the materials they needed. They got the bricks and the tar, and they began to build. All day the people worked hard. They passed the bricks and tar from worker to worker until they reached the bricklayers at the top. Soon the tower grew higher and higher. The people felt very clever. God watched them build. He was not pleased. At creation, he had told Adam and Eve, and he told Noah after the flood, "Have many children, fill the earth." This meant he wanted their descendants to live all over the earth and not just in one place. But the people in Shinar weren't listening to God. They wanted to live in one place. They wanted to do their own thing. They thought they knew better than God, so they disobeyed. But even though the people were disobeying God, he still cared about them. Each one was still special to him. And because he loved them so much, God made a plan to help them do the right thing. He caused the people to use different words for the same thing. He changed one language to many languages. "I need more bricks," a workman may have called. His helper, not understanding him, may have called to the men on the ground, "Send up a load of tar." "Water," the men on the ground may have replied. "We're sending up water." Can you imagine how angry the workers at the top were when the water arrived? Soon all of the workers began to argue and fight. They could not finish their tower. In fact, they couldn't understand each other well enough to live in the same city. So some people moved to the east and some to the west. Some went north and others south. They spread out all over the world in groups that could understand each other. And that is how people speaking different languages came to be. Today, there are many different people all over the world, but God does not show favoritism. He loves and helps everyone, and we should too.
Happy Sabbath, Juniors! Happy New Year! Today is the first Sabbath of 2021. Can you believe it? The title of our lesson today is Being a Blessing. Now this month we're going to talk about service, of how we can love and serve like Jesus, and serving others unconditionally. And speaking of service, when was the last time someone thanked you? Like really just said, hey, thanks. Hopefully it wasn't too long ago. Do you remember how it made you feel? I'm sure it made you feel pretty good. It probably even put a smile on your face, especially knowing that you did something good for someone else. And being a blessing to others is one of the best ways to share Jesus. It allows us to let our light shine before others. In order to be a blessing to others, we have to be faithful with our efforts, our time, talents, skills, money, any possessions that we may have. And like Jesus, there's another young man by the name of Samuel, whose life of ministry also blessed others. We're going to see that we don't have to wait to do really big things to bless others. We can serve others while we're still young. And like Jesus, we should serve others selflessly. So before our Zoom class today, I want you to think of some ways that you can be a blessing to others, whether it's your family, your friends, your neighbors, anybody within the community, even our church family. Think of some ways and get ready to share them with in class today. See you later.
Loving others and treating others right matters a lot to God. But to do that, it helps to remember some important things. First, be sure to love other people. I mean, really love them from your heart. No pretending. Run for dear life from evil. Hold on with all your might to do what is good. Be good friends who love deeply. Practice putting others first until you're the very best at it. When you're serving Jesus, don't be lazy. Be enthusiastic and cheerful. Serve him with a glad heart. When other followers of Jesus need something, be ready to help them out. And if anyone needs a place to stay or something to eat, offer them yours. When things get hard, don't give up. Keep going and pray even harder. Laugh with them when they're happy and cry with them when they're sad. Be friends with everybody. Don't be a snob and only hang out with the cool crowd. Be everybody's friend. And whatever you do, don't be the guy who thinks he knows everything, or who always has to be the center of attention. Be nice and say kind things to everyone, even the people who are mean to you, even the people who go out of their way to make sure you have a very bad day. Be nice to them, and don't grumble about them under your breath. Get along with everyone as much as you can, even though it's hard sometimes. And if someone does something that makes you mad, move on. Don't try to get back at them. God will sort all of that out, and he will take care of it. Instead, be someone others can count on to do the right thing, no matter what. So if you see your enemy and he's hungry, go get him some lunch. Or if he's thirsty, give him something to drink. When you do that, you'll surprise him a lot. And who knows, it might even make him feel bad, sort of like heaping hot coals on his head. And then maybe he will want to be different. Finally, whatever you do, don't let evil get the best of you. Instead, overcome evil with good.
Hello, my early teens. Happy New Year! How are you? Well, I hope. Well, it's official. We're in 2021. And I'm really excited to see what this year has in store for us. The good and also the challenging, which I'm sure God will see us through like He did last year. So, Happy New Year! This week we studied lesson number 1, which is entitled, Living as Heaven's Citizens, Hard to Hide. All right, I have a question for you. Are you a chameleon blending into the background, or are you more like a zebra that can't hide its stripes? What do I mean by that? Well, Jesus calls us the salt of the earth and a light unto the world. Yes, it's another analogy, and what do I mean by that? Well, what does salt do? Salt brings life and flavor to food that may be bland, right? And light, well, it breaks the darkness. It provides illumination. And that's what we as citizens of God's kingdom are called to do. We're called to bring flavor and spice and taste and saltiness, and in a good way, and light and enlightenment and knowledge to those who don't know about Jesus. Now, this week's lesson focuses on our potential, the potential that each and every one of us has to be salt or to be a light. That means that each and every one of us has a particular thing to bring to the table. Now, let's think of different sources of light. You have things like candles, flashlights, phones, cameras with flashlights, even laser pens, right? They all produce or emit some sort of light that has a different sphere of influence against darkness. Now, right next to me, I have 4 different types of lights. I have this one, which is kind of cute. I hope you can see. It's kind of neon. This one that I loved and used for Christmas. And this one, which is a bit bright. And of course, this one. Each and every one of them are useful because they provide light, but they provide light in a different way, at a different level, right? In a unique way. And us as people are valuable and unique in bringing light into the world. Now, Jesus uses these words. Jesus says this, "A new commitment I give you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this, all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." And that's found in John 13, verses 34 and 35. So that's the light and that's the salt that we are to bring to the world. Our love, the love that God has placed in our heart that will overflow to those who come into contact with us. Now, living in Miami, and in any big city for that matter, you will find that there are at least 2 sports teams, right? And those sports teams, whether they're successful or not, old or not, big or small, they all have fans. And what do the fans do? Well, the fans, they wear the team colors, the team logo, the team paraphernalia, so that people will know that they represent or they love that team. Now, us as Christians, when we display Jesus's character, his actions when he was here on earth, it's like we are wearing a logo. It's like we're wearing God's paraphernalia. We are God's witnesses. That means that we've experienced or seen something that we are happy to share with others because it changed our lives for the better. So that's how we could be salt and light to the world, bringing our own very unique and distinctive flavor. Now, we could talk more about this in greater detail this afternoon at 1 p.m. during our Zoom meeting. But until then, here's a short video that you will enjoy. See you soon.
All right, that takes care of the back of the house. You wanna go around and take the lights off the front?
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, hey, by the way, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I don't know who'd get on that roof. You are awesome.
Yeah. Is that the house you were talking about?
Oh, yeah.
They leave their lights up all year round.
They leave their lights on all year long. Here, check it out.
So they leave their lights on all year long?
All year long. And those bulbs change according to whatever holiday season it is.
Get out.
Can't wish I could.
So like July 4th?
Those bulbs come red, white, and blue.
Thanksgiving.
Harvest colors.
Halloween.
Black and orange.
Memorial Day.
Camouflage.
Get out.
Can't wish I could.
I bet it's embarrassing for the neighbors.
Oh, the neighbors. We're totally embarrassed. We complain about it all the time. Oh, and when there is no holiday season going on, those bulbs become little red hot chili pepper lights.
What?
Yep.
Give me one good reason why you should celebrate the pepper.
Can't wish I could.
It's like your neighbors are the Motel 6.
And my wife, she's always saying, let's just leave the lights on just a little bit longer. Let's just stay in the spirit of things. But when Christmas is over, you take down the lights. Am I right?
I don't know. I'm not even the right guy to ask. I don't even put lights on my house.
Why don't you put lights on your house?
I'm afraid of heights. But the question is, why do you put lights on your house?
To celebrate Christmas, the birth of Christ, all that kind of stuff.
There you go. That's your answer.
What?
If you don't want to celebrate Christ all year long, then take the lights down.
That's not what I was saying. You're putting words in my mouth. You're siding with my wife.
Hey, I'm not siding with anyone. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you and God were,
On the outs?
Yeah.
We're not on the outs. Me and God, we're very tight. We're very, very tight.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Prove it.
Prove what? Are you daring me to leave my lights on all year long?
Hey, no dare here. I'm just saying, you gonna let your little light shine?
Wait! Man the ladder, my friend.
What?
Man that ladder. We're gonna get back up there and hang these lights.
No. Oh, I was just kidding.
Oh, yes. It is gonna be a proclamation of my faith.
Didn't you hear? I'm afraid of heights.
You're already up there. Honey, get the apple cider ready. Put on the Perry Como records. These lights are gonna shine. Get back here. These lights have to shine.
And that was our Sabbath School lesson for this week. Now, just like before, between now and the 11 a.m. service, it's your turn to review the lesson with your children, all right? Also, please remember that if you're in the primary, juniors, and early teen class, we have Zoom lessons for you at 1 p.m. If you're interested in joining one of our Zoom Sabbath School classes, please email me to children@miamitemple.org. I'll send you a short form to fill out, send it back to me, and I'll give you the Zoom link for the class the next week. I hope you have a very happy Sabbath and a very happy New Year. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
The world is searching for an answer, a ray of hope in a hopeless world. Who can we turn to? Where is our rescue? There is someone, he's the answer.
for watching Miami Temple Kids.